It is now confirmed that Aatu Räty is moving from Karpat to go play for Jukurit. Now we know that this is a win-win, but how big of a win-win is it? If we look at Robin Salo's early trajectory, you'll see exactly why that is win-win. Happy Halloween! This is my mask. It's my kid's Spider-Man mask, and it's honestly pinching my face. These little tabs here are going right into my eye. So I'm just going to put it right here like that. There we go. That's much better. It is now official. Aatu Räty is moving from Karpat to Jukurit. Now we know this is a win-win because he wasn't getting consistent playing time with Karpat and he should get it with Jukurit. Now I wanted to bring up a recent parallel within the Islanders system where this kind of happened as well. And the reason I say kind of is because the situation that led to a transfer of teams wasn't necessarily the same. So what I'm referencing here is Robin Salo's move from Vaasan to SaiPa. Now, the reason that this isn't exactly the same is because Aatu Räty was traded, right? He was moved from one team to another via trade or loan trade type of thing. Say, use the word you want to use. It's basically a trade. Now, for Robin Salo, the difference here is that his contract came to an end with Vaasan. Instead of re-upping with them, he decided to move to another team and signed a 2-year agreement with SaiPa back in 2018. And the reason for that move is, well, he wanted more of a role, or a bigger role on a team. He wasn't being given that chance with Vaasan and decided, I'm going to go and get it with SaiPa. And boy, did he get it. You can see that from the final year with Vaasan to the 2 last years, or his 2 only years with SaiPa. His time with Vaasan, his time on ice, was very low at 16 minutes and 16 seconds over 43 games. He played 43 games in 17-18, averaged 16 minutes and 16 seconds. Now, of course, that's a lot of time for a forward, but he's a defenseman. That's not a lot of time, and you can see where he falls in the depth chart there in terms of time on ice over the year. Well, when he makes the move to SaiPa the very next year, you see that time on ice go up. He goes up average at least 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes and 10 seconds what he gains in terms of average ice time over 57 games. 57 games he plays. So he plays another 13 games that year and averages an extra 2 minutes per game. Again, look at where he sits in terms of the depth chart there for SaiPa. He's 4th on the list. Now look at the points. 16 points in 57 games. In his last year with Vaasan, he hit 5. So you see, not only is he getting that extra ice time, but he's starting to put the puck in it a little bit more, or helping them do so, right? So not only is he getting consistent game time, but he's getting into the play a little bit more, and his strengths are coming out a little bit more. And then in his final year with SaiPa, just before the transfer to Örebro, he is top of the team in terms of minutes. He's averaging 23 minutes and 28 seconds per game. Per game. That's average time on ice per game with 21 points in 46 games. The games played is lower here because he did transfer at the end of the year from SaiPa to Örebro in the SHL. But still, he puts up way more points in fewer games and way more ice time. That's what we're getting at here with the key for Aatu Räty, is he's moving to a club that wants to use him, that will use him. So when you look at the trajectory of Robin Salo, not only just through the Liga here, but then through the SHL with his time with Örebro and now in the AHL, when you're putting a player in a position to use his strengths, he develops. And this is the win-win for Aatu Räty. And I shouldn't even just say win-win, the win, right? We're only concerned with Aatu Räty at this point now. This is a win for him. He's going to be moving to a club that wants to use him. Just like what happened with Robin Salo when he decided to join SaiPa. He knew, or at least they had discussed with him, that he's going to be having a bigger role here. And he's going to have more chances to perform to his strengths. They were going to give him the opportunity that his skills required and that his development required. The same thing is going to be happening with Aatu Räty now that he's going to Jukurit. He's going to get that opportunity to use his skills and use his strengths and develop those skills and strengths. He's only going to be there for a year, right? Like, he talked about coming to North America as soon as next year. But still, it is much better to go to a club where he's going to be playing even just consistently, right? Like night in, night out, rather than playing close to 50% of the games and sitting around holding the clipboard. This is going to be better for him. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.